Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 34th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. And I have some decisions to make here, and I've been looking at this. I think I already know what I'm going to do, but let's start with a comment from Red Marut this week. He mentioned that I should consider holding off on attacking Purple's capital until the Great Mobilization is finished researching, which I can see why that would probably be helpful. I would like to have that active. It'd be good for my cannon, my juggernaut. The problem is that the longer I wait, the more units he's going to put in this city to defend it. Now, there is a slight weakness in his current setup. If I could manage to get around to the other side and attack from where that knight is, I could leave the heroes out of the battle and make this a lot more manageable. But with all these mountains here, that's not really an option at the moment. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my units kind of aggressively towards the city, but then I'm going to wait. As I was looking at this, if you look at, I've got like a knight and then a builder and then a handful of decent units, juggernaut, and then a cannon, and another knight and a spider, but they've got 4 heroes up on a wall, all of which are going to be casting spells, one of which is their leader. On top of that, you've got 3 cannons on the wall, a halfling brew brother and flame tank, and then a knight. Honestly, I don't think I could win that battle. I would definitely lose a lot of stuff, and I think I would probably lose the battle. So what I'm going to do is commission my druids army over here to help out, which I know this was suggested to me by someone else in the comments in, I think, the last episode. I apologize, I don't remember who that was, and I've already since deleted that set of notes and moved on to this week's, or this episode's. So I apologize, someone else did offer this as an idea, and I think it's a great idea. Well, if I can get the druid in there, I'll have access to summon Beast Horde plus a bunch of extra units. I think I'll be okay. I'm just hoping they don't build too many more cannons between now and then. The druid's army can make it there in roughly, okay, it says 3 turns. I think I'll have them depart from this point. And then I wish I had thought of that, before moving them back, but that would have saved a little bit of time. But that's okay. And then I think otherwise I'm going to move these guys up a bit. I'm going to put this stack on top of that one and move them down here for the moment. And then I'll probably move both stacks one more space towards the city on the next turn and sort of leave them camped or parked on the mountain. Matter of fact, what I might do is put them I don't see a reason not to put that one there. If they want to gang up on me and attack me, that's fine in the open. I just don't want to be dealing with them on top of the walls. That's what I'm concerned about. These galleons have about outlived their usefulness. I think I guess I do want to keep them there until the King's army is kind of pestering the Tigrans from over here. But I'm not really too afraid of a Tigran attack coming from this direction with the pressure that my king is already putting on them. I really think these boats will be better suited up in the north dealing with red. So I'm probably going to go that route, but I think I am going to take the long way around. And part of the reason I want to do that is for picking up treasure sites and stuff. The other part of the reason is for knocking out any enemy units I can along the way. So we'll send them the long way. And I'll have to probably have a builder catch up with them later. But I'm just going to sail around. Plus, this might give me some view of areas of the map that I would like to have explored. So it could be a while before they get up there. They might actually be getting up there when it's too late for them to do anything, but I'm hoping that maybe if I can get them in this area while I'm invading red, maybe that would be helpful. I don't really know for sure what to do with them at this point. I can put the spy drone there. And maybe actually I should leave it in the water, keeping an eye out for Manticore riders, but I guess it's not going to matter if they show up. They show up. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do about that. That army would not be able to evacuate even if I did know Manticore riders were coming. But like I said, I think they'll be fairly distracted with oh gosh, one of these again. I think they'll be fairly distracted with my king's army for the foreseeable future. And here we see mermaids in a really, really, really hot spring. Surrounded by lava. This makes no sense. There's 3 krakens in there, a mermaid and a lost mariner. That's cool. Okay, Sorcerer's Army can finally get some of the stuff done with them that I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm going to clear this Crypt of Unlife first. Probable victory, I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to try to maximize experience on the Sorcerer here because he needs to level up. Oh, there are a couple other comments I need to do as well. I got distracted and almost forgot, so I'll try to remember to cover those after this battle. Alright, so we got Wraith coming in, and I would like to have it let its guard down. Probably best to let it hit. I'm going to let it hit the Firstborn. They'll shrug that off pretty easily. Not the Firstborn, Forge Priest, not Firstborn. I know what I'm talking about, I promise. Alright, because he can stand in front of that thing and not just have no problems. Doesn't even care. Alrighty, let's cook some stuff. Well, he is obviously better suited to go after that bird, so that's what he will do. I can't stun Wraiths, they're incorporeal, so this guy still have 2 movement left. I'm gonna shock this one. Kill this one with the knight. So that I can shoot this guy and finish him off with the Forge Priest. Okay, now I know he can touch by faith, so if I can, I'd like to... Actually, what I wanted to do... Oh, no, if I stun him, then I'm not using touch by faith on something. I'm trying to just think of ways to maximize this guy's XP. I think I could at least let him kill that Reanimator. Might let him be able to kill the other one, too. Actually, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll just let him stun that one. Back everybody else up. The other one can shoot bolts at my machines if it wants to. They're not going to do any damage. And that Forge Priest can heal somebody if they take too much health damage. Like maybe the Sorcerer. He can touch by faith, he can repair machine. Well, we should repair machine. Is there anything else he can do just to get as much XP? I think, yeah, he's definitely going to get 2 levels in the next battle. Nice, okay. You can heal, well, either one of you is fine, I suppose. Heal the Frostling. And then, I guess, Dispel Guardian Flames. Okay. No, I didn't get the stun. I was kind of counting on that. That's alright. Just go in there and get rid of him. Oh, he leveled up now. Okay, that's fine too. Maybe if I can cheese enough XP out of the next battle, I could do it again. Just have him single-handedly kill everything somehow. Another Locket of Lost Love. I do like that item. The Strong Will is always nice. I will take it. See who could maybe use an item like that. This guy might actually be able to use an item like that. I like that Touch of Faith on him. The Blight Protection and Fire Protection, extra resistance, those are all pretty nice too. It's hard to give something up. See if anyone else could use anything. Pretty much everyone's all full on items. I kind of want to keep that fire protection on him because he is a Frostling. And I want to keep Touch of Faith because it helps me level up. So I'll just keep that Locket of Lost Love. You know, I might keep it handy on him because if he ends up clearing Lich King castles later in the game with his Chaos Rift spell, I'm going to want to have that because I don't want the Dread Reapers coming up and killing him with Invoke Death. So probably not a bad thing to keep on hand, but I don't think I want to put it on him right now. Alright, what have we got here? I needed 70 casting points for Chaos Rift. I do have that. I think I just need to save... I think I need to save upgrade points. I can't even get Chaos Rift yet. I have to be level 13, so there's 2 levels. I probably could get Charged Army. I need to see if there's anything... I don't know if there's anything else I should be getting. Charged Army, I think, is always good. I probably should have picked that up a while ago, but I was saving for Chaos Rift. I think Static Electricity is a good spell too. There's a lot of good spells I could get. Oh, they can get Strong Will too. I think I'll hang on to my casting points because I don't know. Charged Army is so good. I want to see how much Chaos Rift costs in terms of points to get. And just down here, go to level 13 Sorcerer. It costs only 5. That's pretty cheap. Okay, so I think I can afford to get Charged Army on this guy. That's probably alright. The only other thing that I was thinking I might want to use is having some extra casting points for just like another spell. But I would kind of need like 20 for it to be useful. You know what? They're doing okay without it for now. If I feel like I need it, I'll get it later. But for now, I'm going to hang on to those points. Okay, definitely want everyone stepping onto this battlefield. And I want the Sorcerer to do as much of the work in this battle as possible. But I have to be careful because we're dealing with units that can do fire damage, and he is a Frostling. Although, I'm at least only normally affected by it. Alright, I want to... First things first, I probably want to back up and use Touch by Faith on something. Maybe the Knight. I don't want anything charging him. That's a little too reckless, I think. Flame Tank won't be particularly useful against Draconians. Alright, so what I see here is that this guy is a problem, as I want to move them and get the flyer off of my Flame Tank. That being said, maybe I just want to use up the flyer's movement so the Sorcerer can get that kill. Might focus on some of the squishier ranged units. Yeah, there's only so much that I'm going to be able to do with just the one guy. I might actually try to leave the Hatchling alive. Let the Sorcerer deal with everybody else. These Chargers are not going to do much damage to that Juggernaut. I'm not worried about them. I'll leave the Knights on defense. And I do want to get rid of this flyer. I can't really afford to have him causing trouble. Guarded by Flames would probably be a wise thing to put on him, I suppose. And then I'm just going to let everybody else do their thing, I suppose. Might move the Knights down here to get him out of the way of another Fire Blast, but I don't mind taking some damage. They'll heal. Just want my Sorcerer to have stuff to do. I don't think I'm going to level him up again anyway, though. That'd be quite a bit of XP he would have to get. Want to make sure that, okay, those Chargers, if they went after him, and if they went after him, and if the Flamers went after him, that could all get a little out of hand. So I'm gonna get rid of those chargers. Okay, I should be alright now. Alright, now you're next on my list. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting another level out of this battle, but it won't take me too long to get it after the battle is over. In the meantime, repair machine and maybe cast some spells. I don't want a disjunct Guardian Flame yet. Yeah, he's just determined to go after that Juggernaut. What else could I do? I could cast Star Blades a bunch of times if I wanted to. I want to test something here, actually. I have 744 XP so far. Using Star Blades on one unit gives me up to 746. I think with spells, you can cast the same one repeatedly and still get XP for it. I like to do that with Star Blades because it only costs a very small amount of mana to cast. You can do it a bunch. See, it's still giving me XP for it, but it's only giving me 2 XP. So now what if I cast Sphere of Protection on the Knights? Would that give me more than 2 XP because it used more mana? It did. It gave me 5. But it cost 4 times as much for only 2.5 times as much XP. Let me make sure I did the math on that right. 758 is what it should say. Yep. Sphere of Protection grants 5 XP. Whereas Star Blades grants 2, but it costs a quarter as much, because now it's 760. That's kind of interesting. I wonder how the game determines how much XP you get per value of the spell. It actually probably depends on the tier of the spell, now that I think of it. Star Blades is a tier 1 sorcerer spell, whereas Sphere of Protection is a tier 2. And that might be how it determines it. It might not have anything to do with the cost of the spell itself. Anyway, I guess I'll get as much XP out of this as I can. That Juggernaut's taking quite a bit of damage, but I'll patch it up. In fact, I'm going to let it go off so stupid things attack something else. I can give Star Blades to myself. I'm not going to need this magic for anything else this turn. So I got like an extra 20-something XP, 22 XP, just from spamming spells at the end of this round. Is there any other possible way? I'm kind of just letting these things shoot at stuff. Any other possible way that I can cheese a little more XP out of this guy? I don't think so. I think that's I'm about spent there. Yeah, it's emergency repair, not regular, so. Okay, well then I guess you guys can go deal with them. Alright, now we do get 1 level up because of the Column of Champions, obviously, so that's pretty cool. The library is actually right down there. I may as well clear that, free up some research, and that would do it. That would get me over the top. I'm sure I would level up after that. He is currently at... Oh no. Oh, I didn't think that through. The extra XP from all that spell casting I did doesn't carry over because the Column of Champions simply sets it up to the next level. It doesn't. You don't get any more extra after that. That's annoying and kind of disappointing. I don't really lose anything from it because I have a surplus of mana anyway that I can't spend, but still not cool. Anyway, he did level up twice, so, you know, let's be happy about something. And the next level, Chaos Rift, will be mine. As well as... Well, actually, I could get Sorcery now if I wanted it. I might pick that up when Chaos Rift becomes available. I'm still sort of trying to decide what I want to do with the Sorcerer. In either case, that magic library is next on his list. So I might not get a level out of it, but I'll get enough XP that I think in 2 more battles I could probably level him up. Alright, back on to other less flashy things, I guess. Digging through the dirt. Alright, Naga Matriarchs on the way to support the King's army. Don't see a reason to change that plan right now. Of all those tanks joining him on the next turn. And a ferry for good measure. And then I'm just going to pop up and do as much damage to the Tigrans as I possibly can. I am going to send this golem down. I might replace something with it. I'm not 100% sure how that army's going to look when it's all said and done. Okay, they're still out of movement. I have a knight here that has stuff to do, so I guess I'll send him this direction. Okay, so other comments. There was just 2 that I wanted to mention. Well, the 3, I suppose. One of them was real quick. Jeff reminded me, because Red did not attack the city, I need to rebuild the stone walls here, which will get a gold mine back under my... 2 gold mines back under my control, actually. So rebuilding, or building the public baths isn't exactly a top priority right now. So I want to get the stone wall, because that's money. And I could use the money. Now that I have some defenders in that city, hopefully I won't have to worry about that again. Keep them there. Okay, so I guess I can finally go to the next turn, everyone. That was like an entire, like almost 2 episodes worth. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. And then the last comment that I wanted to mention came from Sarah Feingold. She had 2. One of them, she suggested I use one of the builders that's down here on this island after things with purple are wrapped up to build some roads out in this area, which would allow my firstborns to get from the city they're being produced in to the front line with the Tigrans much faster, which is a great idea. I think I need to go there with my builders anyway, because there's a lot of structures in that area, and as I'm going through, I'm going to clear some of that, and I want to build forts out there. Only problem is I got to have an army to protect them, so I can't really send them up right now to do that, because my armies are otherwise engaged with purple. This would have been so much easier if I would have just not been dumb and gotten all those heroes with my ships early on. Now it's costing me like an extra 4 or 5 turns, which is just ridiculous. Sarah Feingold's other suggestion was to consider getting Forge Aprons on my leader here before using Destabilized Manticore, which is, I think, a great idea for obvious reasons. Ruby Ring of Heat Deflection and Meteoric Armor. I kind of wanted to make sure that I've got an efficient setup here, so it's at exactly 100%. I'm not wasting something. The 60% fire protection for the Ruby Ring of Protection, and I think Meteoric Armor is another 40. So yeah, that's an efficient 100% fire protection. No extra is wasted. So he's ready to go, but his army is not. They would still get kind of torched. So one easy thing the dwarves can obviously do is bring firstborns with them, which helps, but there might be, I don't have a full stack of firstborns, and I may want to bring some machines, and I won't be sending just my king and one stack into battle by themselves either. There's going to be other units with them, so I do need to kind of consider fire resistance as I'm kind of getting ready to do all this. Alright, I think this army can actually go above ground this turn. First off, we have a ton of items that need to be sent around. That's the physical protection shield. I don't even really think I need that mind control immunity shield. I think everyone has a shield at this point, or a quiver. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite items, so I'm going to sell that. I got his life leeching sword. That's really good, so I'll throw that on there. Especially since he should have... Does he have tireless? He hasn't gotten to that level yet. I think it's level 11 he gets tireless, and that'll be really helpful for him once he gets there. This item, I think I definitely wanted on someone, but I don't know for sure who. Probably the king, actually. I would like to give the king wall crushing as an option, so I will actually simply drop that because the king's in the same stack and switch it with that fairy sword. And I'm sure the fairy sword is better than something that somebody else has. Like, it's probably better than the Spear of Justice, for example. Druid already has one. It's better than the Blade of Red Dawn that the Sorcerer has. I'll send it to the Theocrat. And I'm looking at the wrong hero. There we go. I'll send that to the Theocrat and swap it for his Spear of Justice. I think that'd be helpful. The king still doesn't have a mount, I just noticed. Alright, that Potion of Healing is going to be good for him. Alright. What other items did we get around? Okay, got that. That needs to go on the Sorcerer, or on the Theocrat. That's defense and resistance. I don't want that shield. I don't need that. Try to remember to add that on there when the time comes. Okay, I know I got the Life Leech Sword. That's an alliance oh, a vassal. No, I don't think so. I think I could just kill them and take their city, so I don't really know why I would want to make them a vassal. I might just declare war on them later when I get some units in the area. Okay, she gets oh, that's right. She's going to get Necromantic Aura from this item. Wait a second. Where is the item? Oh, it's on her. Okay. So yeah, she gets Necromantic Aura from that. Also gets Heal Undead, though, which is kind of redundant. I actually maybe don't need that. Maybe the Necromantic Aura item would be better on the Theocrat, actually. Because the Theocrat... And he's already a Draconian too, so I don't really need that extra regeneration on him. I'll give him Necromantic Aura. He doesn't do a whole lot of melee fighting, but maybe I can kind of gear him that way. I don't know. Alright. I need to move these armies, and I don't know where those fairies went, so... Where are they? Maybe send a fast unit out ahead to scout a little bit. They gotta be out there somewhere. Aha! There they are. They're invisible, of course. There's only 2 of them, so not a big deal. So what I'll do is I'll move him here and move the Necromancer with him so that they can swap those items. And that way he will also be able to heal undead if necessary. I'll just drop that and have her drop this. And then I can just pick up Necromantic Aura with her later. She's more of a melee fighter anyway, so maybe the health regen will, if she takes a lot of damage during the course of a battle, maybe that'd be helpful. I kind of want to give her Tireless... Something that gives her Tireless, too. I need to remember to do that. I'll get a Tireless item for her later. And then this... No, I don't want that. I want to give that to him. And Jack's Gift, that's fine on the Warlord. Extra health is always good for them. He also has Fire Protection, too. Just 60%, but... if I left him in the King stack, he would benefit from Forge Aprons. I don't know that I want to do that, though. Figure that out later. He also got a Vampire Spider, so he should have greater life drain now. 9 to 12 damage every time an enemy unit performs an attack. Great. Now I just need to get him to rank 11, give him Tireless. And the 20% physical protection on top of everything else, he's going to be a very, very strong unit. A Domain Invasion here again, I don't really know what that... Oh, it's a group of scoundrels. Okay. Versus a bunch of civic guards, it'd be interesting. They got assassins, too. I think I'm gonna keep that knight hanging around here. Can he get back to the city? No, he's one space away. Maybe from here. There's a lot of wetlands to cross from there, though. I'll move them all out for now. Probably go after the that group if they come any closer. That's actually kind of not a great ideal battle for me, but we'll throw another knight in the mix just to make sure. Civic guards are pretty lousy, but I do have throw net on all of them, so maybe that'll come in handy. Another Naga Matriarch. I don't see a reason to change that anytime soon. I'm going to make a bunch of those, so just kind of keep them coming. Offers a tribute. I will take the gold. Thank you. That city has just given me a lot of stuff throughout the course of the game. I can't believe nobody's attacked or killed them yet. It's kind of cool. Good for me. Take a hospital, please. And alright, let's see what the situation is here now that the turn is shifted over. It doesn't look like they've added any new units as far as I can tell. Yeah, I think that's the exact same army that was in there on the last turn. I wonder if now I could kind of finagle this. I could. I think I could. Anyway. No. No. Not yet. I have to attack specifically from... I have to attack that stack specifically. I can't get everyone down there yet. But I can get them down there on the next turn. So if they're really dumb, I might be able to pull something like that off. There's units I would like to get on that mountain. Okay, I think the faster ones can make it. Spider can make it. The knights can make it. Okay, I might have messed up a little here a little bit. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all my units in a triangle now. Because I sent the faster ones out ahead. Yeah, I kind of goofed that up. Yep, I definitely goofed that up. Okay. I'll probably have to just send one unit off, like the builder or something. Get it out of here for the moment so that the rest can stack up next to the knights. Maybe I'll send him out here. Maybe it'll lure something out to do something dumb and open up an opportunity for me. That'll work. On the next turn, if they don't change the way their units are set up, I could actually... Oh, these guys have mountaineering. Wait, I think they do. They do have mountaineering. Hang on a second. That guy can move there. This guy can move here. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. So on the next turn, if these guys don't change the way their units are oriented here, I actually could attack that city, but we'll see. I think they'll probably reshuffle and get in a better defensive position. They need to form a triangle, but if they're gonna be dumb, I will take advantage of it. I always do. Or I always try to, anyway. Play dirty whenever possible. Alright, I'm not entirely sure what the city just got done building, because I wasn't paying attention. Or what they should be making. I could actually build an item in the city if I wanted to. I could also make machines here. I think I kind of want to start making some machines here, actually. I think the more juggernauts, the better. So, let's make some more stuff. There's that elf settler, which has got kind of a long ways to go yet, but it'll get there eventually. Alright, we got the firstborn here, which I kind of want to just start. I think I'm just going to let a little group of them pile up. I don't know that I want them running. Well, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? I lose one. I'll send it running out towards where the rest of my armies are. Okay, lots more juggernauts being built here. I'm going to have a ton of juggernauts. Now with 2 cities making them, it's going to be great. Okay, get the hospitals going. I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to clear that, but I'll get a backup army to do it later. Oh, that was a big population boost too. Cool. Alright, and then, yeah, I decided to go ahead and build this city up. Didn't see a reason not to, so we'll start with production resources there since it doesn't have any on its own. And I'm making the music box. Next, need to make tireless boots. If I can remember that going into the next episode. Probably not, but we'll see. Okay, Edoras is building wooden walls, okay. I want to... Okay, here comes the Draconian again. Park in the city and see if he's dumb enough to try attacking. I don't know. I kind of want this cannon to go with the other group, but then again, I kind of want range units up on that wall as well. More range units, specifically. The knights would actually probably be better to send off. I do have the archer coming. I kind of want siege with my other group, so I'm going to send the cannon out towards them. This being the other group I was referring to. I have Necromantic Aura, so the Theocrat going toe-to-toe with those guys would be kind of fun now. Let's, there's 5 in there, Lost Souls. Alright, I need to kind of split them back up into their respective armies, I think. Now that I know where the Wisps are, or the Nightshade Fairies are, I can deal with them properly. So she had... I think she had that knight, and let's see, the dwarf was probably with them. Something like this, I guess. It's probably pretty close to what I had. There's other units that need to catch up. Yeah, like those knights there. Which I almost wonder if one of them ought to be helping out over here. Nah. Speaking of which, I need to clear this. I feel like I was going to ignore that, but it's so close. It's right here. I'm just going to take care of this now. I don't think my, yeah, she's not very happy here. Wonder why. Oh, don't want to be exposed. Why would you run? I wish it would auto-path around the fire unless you force them to walk through it, because I didn't mean to do that. I guess I effectively did force them to walk right through it, moving onto that tile, but it still bugs me. Alright, you go here and stand. You go here and stand. You go there and absorb fire damage. You can just heal it. I can't believe the phalanx didn't kill the hell. Oh, I think I may have fumbled. These guys have killing momentum, right? I think. They're a veteran. Yep, they have it. I just didn't see it in the list somewhere. For whatever reason. Well, it's not gonna really matter. Oh, maybe it will. Hang on. Go here, smash him. Go here, smash him. Yep. 2 for the price of 1. And the more XP that trolls can get in this group, the better. Alright, try and move now. See what happens. No, we're good. Stay here. I don't think anyone in this group can heal, so... or do really anything else useful. I could reanimate a cadaver, I suppose, but I don't really want or need one. Yeah, I don't care enough to do that. Actually, you know what, I should have, because even if I don't plan on keeping the cadaver, I could disband it right away and I could have gotten XP for it. So that was a missed opportunity. I think they'd be alright fighting this battle. I'm just going to give these two a turn to kind of heal back up. Well, what's the fastest route back up that way? That way. You know what? I think they'll be alright. We'll just go with it. I'm trying to be careful with those phalanxes because I can't get them back, so... And of course, trolls are weak to fire, so that doesn't really help my situation a whole lot. Neither does that fumble. Alright. And the Frostling Ice Queen is weak to fire. Really, this whole group just isn't great at dealing with fire. The phalanxes are going to have to pull most of the weight on this one. Even the Phantasm Warriors and the Draconian Reanimator. At least he's Draconian, that helps a little bit. Okay, well, good job getting those guys at least. Alright, that's not okay. You need to get off of my friend. That's also not okay. Those guys might die if I'm not careful. How much damage am I going to do to that thing? Should be enough for the Reanimator to kill it. Yeah, okay. They just hit gold rank. That's fearsome. Okay, these guys have more health, so I think I'm going to have them pick a fight with that fire elemental. Is there anything I can do to damage it a little bit? I could run the Frost Queen up and take the explosive hit. Okay, that was not great. They took a little more damage on those flank hits than I was thinking they would. And that's fire bolts. Okay, that's fire bolts. Actually, I'm just going to have them stand there. Because if they attack me, I'll at least have a better chance of weathering those hits. And I'm going to put her here just to prevent them from easily flanking the other phalanx. They might try to kill the Phantasm Warrior, actually. Yep. Oh, they took a good shot at it. It's got 1 health left. Alright, I want you to turn around. I'm just gonna use her to do this. She'll take some damage, but she'll survive. And I need to finish this on this turn, or else that Phantasm Warrior will almost certainly be immolated. So, we'll take that hit. Okay, so everyone's still technically alive. Barely, but technically alive. So that army, I think I just want them getting back to the front lines now where there are healers and there are support. Backup. Alright, this means this group can run on in here. Attack with the Wraith, I suppose. And I'm going to try to make use of having that dual heal undead, because there are people who could use it. going to be further down in his list of things he can do. Maybe? Where is it? There it is. That's kind of nice to have. And then those knights need some real healing. Yeah, everybody kind of needs patched up at the moment. Yeah, even the Necro could use a little boost. Doesn't need it a whole lot, but we'll take what we can get. Alright, let's go nuke a Lost Soul with Holy Magic. Bring it on, punks. Nice. Alright, I'd like the king going after that wraith if possible. Let's see here. Can wreck that banshee. Let's get Spirit Ray going again. Goodbye. Oh, I should have tried to control undead on that. Not really thinking things through here. I'm just kind of trying to hurry along. Well, wait, I can reanimate undead. Which do I want? The Banshee? I'm going to say the Wraith. Get another Wraith in here. I might try to control undead the Lost Soul and just use it as like a suicide scout, basically. Just throw it at the enemy and see what it finds. Before ending the battle, may as well touch by faith, may as well dispel something. You may as well dispel what the knights are dealing with. Don't have any more undead healing, so I suppose I will try this. Okay, well that gives me a free little scout. I don't think I need that. Not really running into a whole lot of frost damage. I don't think any of the enemies are a frostling, so I'm going to sell that for gold. Alright, and in just the nick of time to deal with the fairies. And after which point I might take the reward from this quest, and then I'm considering declaring war on the Archons and getting some Titans out of it. Because I'm evil, and it's okay to be evil to other evil things when you're evil, right? Now, let's see. I can't convert them, but he does have Dominate and Seduce. So maybe one of those abilities will work on them. Let's buff some stuff. They don't need it, but I'm just gonna XP boost out of this. Touched by Faith on the Knight. And we'll see what the fairies do. I'm actually gonna pull everybody kind of in the Theocrat's direction, I think. I could also try to Ghoul Curse on one of them with the Deathbringer if that doesn't work, and with my Necromancer. Okay, you're gonna come right over here. That's fine. I would like to try to... I can't convert fairies. Can I seduce them? You can't seduce fairies. Oh, wait a second. I think these guys might have mind control immunity. No? No, they don't. Oh, they have strong will, which gives them mind control immunity. Alright, well, then never mind. The only way that I'm going to get those guys on my side is by Ghoul Cursing them, which I may as well try to do. Although, does Ghoul Curse check against Spirit Resistance? Because if it does, then I just plain can't get them. It does. I actually just plain can't get them. That's okay. I will just plain smash them in that case. After healing myself. Goodbye. Okay, quest completed. You're welcome. Here's 2 casters. Take reward. Now, how many? There are 3 titans in there. Well, here's just an opportunity that I can't pass up. How about I take your own guys and use them to kill you, and then reanimate you on my side. I can't do it on this turn, unfortunately, but I think on the next turn that's what I will be doing. So taking those armies up there and getting me some titans. Let's see if I can finish this turn real fast, because I kind of wanted to do that before the end of this episode. I'm not going to declare war on them yet. I'll just explore all these little lakes and rivers, and maybe I'll find a useful pathway for my galleons somewhere. Oh, I forgot to bring the Wraith with this group. Alright, so any non-undead? Probably will pull the... Yeah, I'll pull the Forge Priest out there. The Knight go back with him and give her the 2 casters. Then they'll just have an overabundance of healing units. I can actually throw one of those guys in my second stack. That'll be kind of nice. I think I have advanced logistics, so I can move up this far. And it should be pretty obvious when I come back in the next episode. I think it's going to have to be in the next episode, but it should be pretty obvious when I'm coming back what it is that I was doing there. So these guys, I want to go up here. I'm going to try to clear those Node Serpents, I believe. So I may keep a couple knights around. Because I do want to clear that enchanting tree before moving on out of here. So I've got most of the other stuff in the area taken care of. It's just those priests need some serious healing. And there's just no healer nearby, so those are not priests. Those are phalanxes. Started with a P. I knew it was a P, but I knew it wasn't pikemen. Alright, since I don't know where that river goes yet, I'm probably not going to go there. I'll just keep going around. Actually, no. I do want to explore this area. I want to explore this area pretty badly, because my king's army is about to pop up there. I can see a group of Manticore Riders. I can see the Warbreed. I think it's time. Alright, you guys enter. Alright, so if I remember what I was doing correctly, the King's Army is the one that wants the Flame Tanks and the Firstborns in it, whereas the Warbreed, I would like to have more of the melee units, the units that do physical damage and whatnot. I called him a Warbreed, he's a Warlord. I don't know words, they're hard. I'm working on it. let's see here. So I want you and the firstborns probably here. I don't know exactly where they'll end up moving on this turn, but got enough movement to get a little further at least, I think. So king, firstborns here, warlord there. Now who else needs to be in the king's army? I want flame tanks and probably the forge priest. I've got plenty of flame tanks to go around, so let's see. Let's move the Juggernaut over there to get rid of those trees, and then probably switch the Juggernaut up to the Warlord army. I'll add 2 flame tanks to the King's group. And maybe a Forge Priest. They'll be the fire group. Okay, the Forge Priest can't make it, so he's going with the Warlord. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a Juggernaut with the King's army as well, so he'll get one of those. That's a pretty solid group. Warlord needs 2 more. Should probably focus on the Phalanx and then maybe the Knights. I would like to have the Engineer up with one of those groups too. Hadn't really thought about that. Maybe the Engineer would be better for the Warlord's group instead of one of those Knights, because then he could hang out near the Juggernaut and reload it right away. So I'll do that. Alright, we're going to be kind of pinned in here on this turn. I don't think I can jump anything. With some real fancy moves, I probably could, but it's the problem is there's wetlands in and through there. I don't think I could get everybody moved up. I could get the firstborns there. I would actually leave behind the Juggernaut and the... Yeah, but even if I was able to move up and attack, I probably could. I could probably get rid of that group if I moved up and attacked in a creative way. But I would also leave my armies spread out in a weird way. And in between that and the next turn, it's possible Manticore Riders could come flying out of literally anywhere and attack me from a very unprotected angle. So I still think it's better to do things this way. Nice and slow for now. I'd like to get the ferry up there. I'd like to take that gold rank cannon and the gold rank flame tank. Actually, all the flame tanks are pretty much gold rank. Who else? It's a stack with 1. That stack kind of needs a healer, but I want fighters up there right now. The builder is going to have to just hang out back here for the time being. Maybe I could start building a road that direction, and I'll send reinforcements under the assumption that I lose something. I think it's safe to build a road now. I probably should have done that before moving this guy. That would have made a lot of sense. Alright, and what's hidden up in the corner here? I knew it. I knew there was a cave entrance. I knew there was an island in that northwest corner. Alright, that is a battle for the next episode, I think, because I am running out of time. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. A lot going on now. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Tigrans can muster to defend against my massive machine army here. It should be interesting. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to take out some Manticore Riders. So, alright everyone, well thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. In the next episode I'll get to that, and I'll betray my new Archon friends, and hopefully Red will go away. And yeah, things are looking like we're about to see some action here pretty soon. Thanks for watching everybody. I'll see you in the next episode.